Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Leah. So once again, welcome you all. So paper one, the basic of paper one. Total 10 unit. Each unit they asking around 5 questions. Each question is have 2 marks. So in unit one is a teaching aptitude. So teaching aptitude. So what are the concept? So what are the sub unit topic in the teach unit? We will little bit discuss what in that unit is there. Like teaching in the teaching, very important topic is in the teaching level of teaching. There are three types of teaching is there, and memory, understanding, and reflexive level. These are the important topic in the first subtopic, because every year maximum they will ask one questions from that level of teaching. And second is the learner characteristics. So characteristics of adult learner and adult son, basics on academic, social, emotional, and cognitive, and what are the individual difference of the learner characteristics. And third one is factors affecting related to teacher learner. So what are the support material and instructional facilities, learning environments. So these factors affecting the teacher or learner effect. So in another topic is what are the methods of teaching, like teacher center or learner center. In teacher center there are so much software method is there, and learner center there are some method is there, like what is the difference between offline and online methods, and like what are the ICTC, so information communication technology uses in the teaching aptitude, and teaching support system, so traditional, modern, and ICTC based, international communication technology based, like Soya Brahma. So evaluation system is one of the important in the teaching aptitude. Like there are number of types of evaluation is there, like formative and pre diagnostic or summative evaluation is there. So these are the major covered in today's session in teaching aptitude. So mostly out of 5 questions, 3 questions there will be they will ask in direct question, and 2 questions they will ask in, indirectly. So we will go to the first topic, like what is the teaching and concept or uh, level of teaching. So we will go through this topic. Why? So uh, teaching is a process which one individual teaches or instruct another individual. It is mean teaching. So main objectives of teaching is the main objective of effective teaching is learning. So teaching is the purposeful direction and management of the learning process. So teaching is a process of providing the opportunities for the student and produce the relatively permanent changes through the engagement in experience by the provided by the teachers. So teaching is considered as the act of the imparting instruction to the learners in the classroom situation. Nowadays it will changes, like online method and other method is also there. So aims of teaching. So what is the aims of teaching? Through the teaching to bring the changes in the behavior of students, uh, to changes of the behavior of student through the teaching. And conditioning, next one is the conditioning, so to um, improve the learning skills of the student. Like conditioning mean, if suppose something reinforcement to the students, like a positive reinforcement. Like there are two types of reinforcement is there: positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. The student very student scoring and good marks in subject, we will enforce in positive wise, like give some 1 minute. sorry. So and third one is the training. Training is through the training, shaping the behavior and conduct of the student. And the fourth one is the instruction. So through the instruction, the student acquiring the knowledge. Indoctrination. So through the indoctrination, the among the students, we formation of the beliefs. So the next is the forms of the education. So there are three different forms of education is there, like formal education, informal education, non-formal education. Formal education means it's like institution based, like schools, college, universities. Informal, it occurs with help of the friends and society and family. And non-formal is it is a systematically organized and actively carried formal education, like correspondence courses. These are the this is a non-formal education. So and what are the what are the major philosophies on approaches using in the education? So the educational process is decided on the basis of the three questions: the why, how, and what. So here the questions of why is the most important. The why question answered by the philosophy. The how is decided by the psychology, and what is decided by the social needs. So the education is based on the basis of the philosophical and psychological and sociological basis. So these are the philosophy or approaches using in the education, like idealism. Idealism means mind and self. Real knowledge is perceived in the mind. Values are absolute, eternal, and changing. So God is the sources of the all the knowledge. That is means idealism. Naturalism is the sense and nature of the nature is the source of the all the knowledge. So mind is the next to nature. So idealism is the God is the source of all the knowledge, and naturalism is the in naturalism, nature is the sources of all the knowledge. So pragmatism is the experiencing. So humans have ability to solve the problem through the logical activity and scientific temper and facts. So this is a pragmatism. So constructivism is the humans generate the knowledge and the meaning, knowledge and the meaning from the experience, um, from the experience. That is the construct. So humans construct the knowledge from the experience. So fifth one is the humanism. So humanism. The study of the self motivation and goals are areas of particular interest. So this is the humanism. So rationalism, knowledge is acquired by the reason. So by the reason we acquire the knowledge, that is called rationalism. And empiricism is the knowledge derived from the experience through the sense. So acquire the knowledge through the experience through the sense. Mm, so on next one, the existentialism. So philosophy that emphasizes the individual existence, freedom and choices. And behaviorism, so theory that behavior, human behavior consists of the uh, reflexes and behaviors learned through the conditioning. Learning could be explained by the change in the observable behavior. So in there are two conditional operand conditional and another conditional is there. This one is the like before I said that I told that the positive reinforcement, through the positive reinforcement we change the behavior, like that is called the behaviorism. So gestalt psychology, it believes that the whole is greater than some part, greater than sum of its parts. So here whole is the main thing. So demonstrate the significance of the perception. So they only consider the whole knowledge only. So gestalt psychologists emphasize that organism perceive the entire pattern or configuration, not merely individual and components. So eclectic philosophy, eclectic philosophy means fusion of all the knowledge from all the sources. So combine of all good ideas and principles from various philosophies. So last one is the enculturation. So the young generation learn the traditional way of society is called the enculturation. So through the person or group from one culture comes to adopt the practice and values of another culture. Still it retaining their own distinct culture. So they retaining their own culture. Other on other hand, they learn that other traditional ways societies cultures society culture. So these are the philosophy or approaches used in the education. The questions, uh, the question in exam, the question they ask like match the following: what is the behaviorism or what is the eclectic philosophy? So match the question ask like match the following. So these are the important philosophy and approaches in education. So that next is the basic teaching model. So first one, the pedagogy model. So it is a instructor centered teaching pedagogical. That means teacher is the center of this. Teacher is the center of this teaching approach. Pedagogy is the art of the science of teaching. So you uh, pedagogy is the art and science of the teaching. So learner is depend upon the instruction. So then pedagogy model, learner depend on the teachers. So this is a pedagogy model. And anthropological model is learner is the mostly self-directed or the learner responsible is who are here our own learning. Like learner is the responsible for his own learning. So like it's a own self-reading method. Like anthropological approach is the adult learning. This is a basic teaching models. Mm. So next is the nature and characters of teaching. So dynamic and social and human, influenced by the human and social factors. So the student will understand the social and the humanist factors from through the teaching. So teaching is an art and science. So exercise of being systematic and including talent and creativity is diverse in applications. So through the teaching, students applies the various method in that learning. So this is the nature of the teaching. So there are various form of teaching, characters of teaching. So system of action. So teaching is a system of action, a professional activity like a professional activity means like particular professional idea professional knowledge will develop through that teaching. So subject to analyze and assessment, the teacher helps to the children to under to critically analyze the concept, and through that critically analysis we assessment the children's ability. Teaching is an interactive process like two-way process and a specialized task. So through the tasks we will learn, and this is a teaching a collection of various modes like various type of methods will be used in that teaching. So next is the maxims of the teaching. So maxims of teaching, like teaching is a simple to complex. So starting with a simple idea and eventually moving on the complex concept. And noun to unknown, so linking new existing one knowledge with unknown knowledge. So and third one is a seen to unknown, so imparting knowledge among the student for the future experience. So seen to unseen, concrete and abstract. Concrete to abstract, teach about the concrete things. I first which can be unfelt concrete and fell to the abstract ideas, and I move and emotions. So particular to general, giving the particular example and moving on the generalization. Whole to part teacher. So use the maximum where the whole idea is presented, from then proceed its parts. And from indefinite to definite, the teacher helps the student to transform their knowledge from indefinite to definite, psychological to logical. As a learner grow engaging logical sense to is a prioritize. From analyze to synthesize, analysis involves dividing the problem into small, and synthesize involve bringing those uh, parts together after understanding it and bringing it the whole idea. So single idea or small parts, and single idea and single parts of idea convert in the whole idea, that is mean analyzes and synthesizes. These are the maxims of the teaching. So, on objectives of the teaching, the educators call the Bloom's classification teaching is the three types of cognitive domain, affective domain, so psychomotor domain. It is important. So, they will definitely one question will ask from this section. So, cognitive domain development the intellectual capacity. So, knowledge production from cognitive domain. So, affective domain deal with the attitude, motivation, willingness, willingness, and to participate the valuing what is going learned, and ultimately incorporating that values discipline into the way of life. So psychomotor domain is acquisition of technical skills. So here is a picture. Cognitive means knowledge, intellectual knowledge production. Affective is the psychological matter, is a thinking purpose, and psychomotor is it's a acquisition of the technical, using the skills in the technical ways. So these are the three classification of the teaching. In they like in the question like which one not the classification of the teaching, like they will give cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. They will add another domain which one is not in that given by the Bloom's. So this kind of question will ask the classification of the teaching. So these are the, so in second diagram is the Bloom's taxonomy in cognitive domain. So it is a lower order thinking skill to higher order thinking skill. So remembering and understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. So remembering is recall the specific fact. Understanding is the understanding the specific the concept. Applying is the use of the information in new situation. Analyzing mean analyze the that fact or the information. Evaluating is the evaluating that information or facts. Creating the, from that evaluation you create the new information or new facts, that is called creating. So in question they will which are their lower order thinking skill, like they will give three options like remembering, understanding, applying, and in higher order skilling is analyzing, evaluating, the creating. So this is the Bloom's taxonomy cognitive domain. So Bloom's classification and Bloom's taxonomy is an important one. And next is the Gagne and Breach's classification of the teaching and instructional objectives. So according to this, the classification, the learning outcome fall under the following the categories. So like intellectual skills, these skills are crucial for dealing the environment. So problem solving, create the concept and principle. And second one is the cognitive strategies. These include methods and techniques for one's own learning and remembering the thinking skills. So metacognition strategies, so problem solving and thinking. And third one is the verbal information. It refers to the organized bodies of knowledge that an individual acquires. So fact of the knowledge. So verbal information means fact of the knowledge. So motor skills, they are basically about the motion carried out when the brain, nervous system, and muscles are work together. So action that a person choice to complete the skills. So attitude that they refer to an internal state of the individual. um, these are the classification of the Gagner-Briggs classification. Gagner-Briggs classifications. There are 5 types like intellectual, cognitive, verbal information, motor skill, and attitude. So they will like they asking questions will come like what are the um, what are the how many Gagner-Briggs classification, like 5 types, intellectual, cognitives. 3 will be given the classification. The another one they will give the Bloom taxonomy. So which one is excluded from the Gagner-Briggs classification? So we know we could understand this type of classification, then only we answer that kind of the questions. And this is very important in that teaching aptitudes. The in every year, um, every year definitely one question will come from this level of teaching. So there are 3 types of level of teaching is there: memory level, understanding level, and reflexive level. It will given by the Herbert. Memory level, understanding level given by the Morrison, reflective level given by the Hunt, uh, rote memorization. So memory level basically is based on the memory process. Understanding level is the mastery of the subject by developing the mastery of the subject by developing the understanding. So through the understanding, you can be a master in the subject. This is the understanding level. Reflective level, use the knowledge and the skills to solve the real problems. So reflective levels solve the real problem. So it was the memory level is thoughtless, understanding level is thoughtful, reflective level is highly thoughtful. So basically in memory level it is a oral and written test and essay type questions. Understanding level, mostly comprehensive essay and objective type questions. Reflective level, so mostly essay type question and critical and creative skills. uh, it was a very memory level is lower classes, understanding level is middle classes, reflective level is higher classes. Memory level is the authoritarian and dominant. So here the teacher role is the authoritarian and dominant. In the understanding level, teacher role is the permissive role, and reflective level is the teacher and learner both are the engaged in this level. So that is the democratic level. So memory level is the teacher centered level. So teacher is the main in this teaching. And in understand level, partially teacher and partially student. And reflective level, learner center uh, reflection. So these are the level of teaching. The question will like what are the role of the teacher in the memory level? Like they will give authoritarian and dominant or permissive role or democratic role. So the answer is the authoritarian and dominant. Like based on the like from thoughtless to memory. So reflective level is thoughtful or thoughtless or highly thoughtful. So this kind of question will ask from this particularly in this topic. Once again I told you this is very important. So level of teaching, so carefully please go through this our material. So next is the next is the like memory level is a rote learning. So rote learning means based on the memory and factual knowledge. So suppose the question will be coming like based on the factual knowledge, which are the which teaching level will come, like memory level. So they will give the what they will give the they will give like so like understanding is the relationship, based on the relationship and the giving the example. And reflective level, real life applications. So they give the match the following. One side is a memory, understanding level, reflective level. In another side, they will give like a relationship or real life application or the factual knowledge. So these also very important. These are the teacher learning continuation. It will given by the Morris L. Biggie. These are the level of the teaching and continuance of the teacher learning continuum. So next topic is the learner characteristics. So learner characteristics based on the personal, academic, and social or emotional characteristics and cognitive characteristics. So personal characteristic mean include demographic information of the learners like age, gender, maturity level, language, socioeconomic status, and cultural background. And academic characteristics are learning goals, prayer and knowledge, and educational level of the learners. That is the academic characteristic. And social or emotional characteristics based on the relations of a group of or of an individual with the group. So how to relation with the group or individual in group structure, place of the individual within the group, sociability, self-image, and based on the mood. So these are the social and emotional characteristics of the learners. And last one is the cognitive characteristic, determine how the learner perceives, remember things, solve the problem, or gain the represent information in her brain. So it's a thinking level or depend on their psychological basis. So attention, pain, memory, mental procedure, and intellectual procedure. So these are the learner characters based on the personal, academic, and social and emotional and cognitive characteristics. And these are the good character of learners. So some question, some time they will ask some questions from this type. What are the characters of the good learners? They will give three A, B, C. Like good learners are persistent. They know how to make use of their knowledge. They share their knowledge. And fourth, they will give not related with the learner, or and fifth one also not related with the learner. So choose the correct answer from that option. They will give the option like A, B, C or A, B, D. Like this kind of the question will ask from this topic. I'm not going this thing, so it very theoretical form. You can go easily. I will share with that material. You can go through the chapter. And same thing, characters of the teachers, like here also the question will become like what I said before. That kind of question will ask from the characters of good teacher. This also you go through your own. And next chapter is main steps in the learning process. Reception. Reception means gaining the attention or gaining the knowledge. And second is the expectancy, what the learner expected to perform. So what is the learner to expected to perform? So learner expectation for the performance. So retravel to working the memory. So recall the prior knowledge, remembering the information stored in the long-term memory. So in that memory, they have some information, so they recall their knowledge. This is a retrieval to working memory. Selective perception, they tend to see things based on their particular frame of reference. This is the selective perception. Based on the selective thing, you selected some phenomena or some knowledge from that knowledge from your idea. And semantic encoding, so learning guidance. And responding, acting learner to perform. So respond after recall the memory and getting the guidance, you go to the performer. Reinforcement, based on the feedback, so we give to the reinforcement. Retravel and reinforcement changes based on the feedback. So next is the given the feedback. Based on the feedback, we need to change our behavior. And generalization, more practice and the practical knowledge to increase the retention. So generalize in this generalization, the practice or practical knowledge we generalize through the whole idea. So these are the main steps in the learning process. And types of learners, so on the basis of the personal and social attributes like age, motivation, maturity level, expectation, special talents, and ability to work. And second one is field independent and field dependent. So field independent rely less on the teacher, and uh, and field dependence working in the team, interpersonal relationship like teacher and learner working together. It is a field dependent. For reflexivity and impulsivity, learner who are slow in the response and tend to make their fewer mistake are called reflective. So here to encourage or facilitate to the learner to make the mistake, then only they reflect learner understanding the concept, then they didn't make the mistake. These are the this is a reflexivity and impulsivity. And fourth one is the classroom based learning styles. So visual learners sight, auditory learners sound, motor learners actions. So these are the type of the learners. And learner characteristics on the basis of the listening skills. So what are the characteristics basis on the listening skill? So question will be coming these sections also. So active listening. Active listening means listening with the purpose. Empathetic listening, try to understand the speaker. So try to understand the try to understand the teachers or the speaker. And third one, the evaluative or critical listener. So speaker accuracy, learner to understand the speaker accuracy and meaningfulness and utility is evaluated. And fourth and then appreciative listening. In appreciative listening means listener to listening for enjoyment and leisure. So these are the characters basis on the listening skills. And next one, the basis of the thinking skills. So thinking skill, first one is the reflective thinkers, taking in the new information and while the learning taking new information. And second one is the creative thinkers, play with the new information. And third one is the practical thinkers, look for the factual information. And fourth one is the conceptual thinkers, imagine or modeling and evaluating the old information to new. So a conceptual thinker means they make a old information to new information. So these are the learning disorder. This is very very important. Learning disorders. What are the disorders for the learners? So dyscalculia, dysgraphia, dyslexia, dysphasia or aphasia. So dyscalculia means students suffering from the understanding the mathematics, so like numbers, arithmetical or science. This is mean dyscalculia. Those who disorder from the understanding the numbers, this is called dyscalculia. And dysgraphia, it means related to poor handwritten and wrong spelling, inconsistency in the writing. This is called dysgraphia. Graphia. And third one is dyslexia. It is related to problem understanding the words and the low fluency. So this is the dyslexia. And dysphasia or aphasia, it's related to problem understanding the spoken language. So these are the learning disorders of the learners. This is very important. Like they will asking like match the following dyscalculia one side. So like disorder like understanding lesser understanding the numerical or handwriting or understanding the letters or words or understanding the spoken language in another side. So we need to match that which one is correct. Like, so these are the important. So these are learning disorders of the learners. And next topic is the individual difference. Difference of the learners. So it is important to teacher to know the variables such as the physical characteristics, intelligence and perception, gender, ability, learning style, which are the individual difference of the learners. So based on the individual difference, there are two types: inherited and acquired. Inherited is the inside, acquired is the acquired from the outside. So inherited physical difference, mental difference, and temperamental difference. Acquired is the social, from the social, from the cultural, from the educational, from the educational. So these are the individual difference of the learners. And teaching process, there are three phases in the teaching process. One is the first is the pre-active phase, and second is the interactive phase, and third one is the post active phases. So pre-active phase, the phase one is the fixing the goal and the content. So this is refers to the planning. Planning means decision about the strategy and the goal, fixing the goal and content. And second is the phase two is the interactive. So through the planning and strategy, we identify the learner problem, like from the identification of the learner problem, we diagnose as the problem or action and reaction from that uh, phase phase two in phase two. And phase three is the post active. So after action reaction, we selecting or choosing the appropriate testing devices and feedback to the teaching. So from that feedback, uh, for this teach for the teaching. So this is the third phase. So this is the process of what process of stages of the teaching is. So three stages: pre-active, interactive, and post-active. And next is the three viewpoints of the teaching. So three viewpoint of the teaching. First one is the authoritarian or pedagogy. Teaching is an activity of memory level only. Teaching not only develop the teaching does not develop it is very based on the memory level. uh, Teacher is the center of the this method. And democratic teaching, next one is the democratic teaching. This is called the andragogy at the understanding level. Such as now it is the thoughtful teaching. In this teaching, student can ask the question or criticize the teacher, and student can ask the question or self discipline is insisted. And third one is the laissez faire attitude or heutagogy. It is known as the reflective level of teaching. It is more difficult than memory level and understanding level of teaching. This is a highly thoughtful activity. In this level, both are the participants, like students and teachers. This is the level of produces insighters. So these are the three viewpoint of the teaching. They will asking what is the what are the three method, like instead of authoritarian, they will ask what is a pedagogy, who are the central in that pedagogy method, or pedagogy method is thoughtless or thoughtful. Like this kind of question will ask from the from the viewpoint of the teaching. And next one is the functions of teaching variables. So teaching there are different in teaching there are different variable. In teaching, teacher is the independent variable, student in the dependent variable. So content, teaching and method and techniques or tactics, these variables are the intervening variable. So which are the disturb or influence the dependent and independent variable, that is called intervening the variable. First is the diagnostic function. So it is more independent variable and more active. Analyzing the teaching problem, it's more task oriented analysis. And second one is the prescriptive function. Prescriptive function is the judgmental process between the teacher and student, decide the teaching strategy and the tactics, bring the favorable changes in the one's behavior. So here is the changes of the behavior. And evaluation, the evaluation function. realization and analyze of the objectives of teaching, and third one is and measures of the effectiveness of the prescriptive function. So these are the functions of the teaching variables. And uh, six branches of the philosophy in the general. So epistemology, so understanding the knowledge. Logic is the reasoning. Metaphysics, fundamental and well-being. Ethics means morality. Aesthetics means beauty or art. Art. Political philosophy is justice and rights. So characteristic of the adult learning. So adult learning more autonomous and self-directed. They are goal-oriented. They are practical, they are self-motivated, they are self-actualization. So these are the characteristics of the um, adult learning. So what are the factors affecting the teacher? So they will ask a question, which one is the factors affecting the teaching, effective teaching, like teacher student relationship, or methods of teaching used, or teacher administration relationship, or social environment. So through the teacher student relationship only we can make teaching as effective, otherwise student um, not interested in while the learning. And method of teaching, so different types of method only be using that teaching only effective teaching will come, that effective outcome. And teacher administration relationship and social environment. So these are the factors affecting the teaching. uh, on learning outcome, activities and experience. So active learning method like discussion, practice session, sector exercise, and team project. This is a learner oriented activity. And instruction, instruction mean delivery of the content by the teacher. So the content given by the teacher does not involve the instruction. There is no interaction between teacher and learner, but the facilitated achievement of teaching of this is one flow of the one way flow of the information. So information only flow through the teacher. This is a passive learners. And next is the indoctrination. It means a belief system. One belief system, a teacher believes and ideas are impressed upon the others can be included in the teaching. Teaching can be without that indoctrination, but no indoctrination is a possible without a teaching. It is the highest order of the teaching. uh, micro teaching is a, it is a teacher training technique for the learning of the teaching skill. It employs the real teaching situation for developing teaching skill and help to the deeper knowledge regarding the art of the teaching. uh, Syllabus, they will ask the question, what is the difference between syllabus and curriculum? So syllabus means document or summary of the topics of to be covered in the education or training courses in descriptive nature. Syllabus is either set by the exam board or prepared by the professor or who is the supervisor. Curriculum is define the totality of the student experience occur in the educational process. Some total of all the experience that the student undergoes in the school, including co-curricular activities like other types of academic exposure. Syllabus is a part of the curriculum. So these are the comparison of the, this table column is the comparison of the syllabus and curriculum. Syllabus is the document and content of the all the portion of the concepts covered in the subject. And curriculum is the overall content taught in the educational institute, the whole courses. Syllabus is Greek term, curriculum is the Latin term. It's a syllabus is a subject, curriculum is a course. Syllabus is a descriptive in nature, and curriculum is a prescriptive in nature. Its syllabus is narrow, curriculum is a wide. The syllabus set by the exam board, curriculum is set by the government or administration of the school or college or institute. Syllabus is varies from teacher to teacher. Curriculum same for the all the teachers. So mostly sometimes they're asking questions from the syllabus and curriculum. Next is the Dale's cones of the experiences. So the educator Dale given the experience for that teaching and learning. So a model incorporates several theories related to instructional design and learning process. So learners retain more information by what they do as opposed to what is the hear, read, observe. So our learning mostly basically based on the hearing, reading, and observe. So in the cone explain that for the read we only know the 10% from the read and text and symbols, and 20% what we hear like listening a lecture. From that we only understand the 20%, and we photos and from the seeing like we photos or watch movies, from that we understand the 30%. So on attending the exhibition and watching the demonstration, like from here we see seeing and hearing, the two process happen here. So 50% we can understand from the seeing and hearing. These are the passive participation like read, hear, see and hear. And active participation is more important, like the participant learner participate in the discussion workshop, delivering lectures or role playing. From that 70% we will understand. So what we discuss with others we can understand around 70%. And last one is the real life experience, simulating the real situation, performing experiments. So 90% what we do, so through the experiment we can understand the 90%, more than 90%. So these are the active participation. So it given by the Dale. So it called the Dale's Cone experience. So and next one, the Jean Piaget theory of cognitive development. Um, so stages of the cognitive development. So there are 4 stages. One is the first is the sensorimeter, and second is the pre-operational, and third is the concrete operational, and fourth is the formal operational. So sensorimeter is birth to 2 years. In the 2 years, our cognitive development is the understand the words through the senses and the actions. So through the senses and action, we understand the world. And second is the pre-operational. The ages is the from 2 to 7 years. So understand the world through the language and the language and mental images. Through the images and the language, we understand the world. And third one is the concrete operational. The ages is 7 to 12 years. So understand the world through the logical thinking and categories. So through the logical thinking and categories, we understand the world. And fourth one is final one is the formal operational. So 12 years, from 12 years to life expectancy. So from that in these stages we understand the world through the hypothetical thinking and the scientific reasoning. Through the scientific reasoning and thinking we understand the worlds. These are the cognitive development stages of cognitive development given by the Jean Piaget theory. So like they will ask like match the following other choose the select which are the which one or which are the cognitive stages of the cognitive development. So these are the this is the important. And next one, that Sigmund Freud, so psychoanalytic theory, also known as sexual and psychosexual theory. So they will ask who's the giving the psychosexual theory or psychoanalytic theory. So Sigmund Freud. So this is basically based on the 3 entity. One is the id, another is the ego, and superego. Id is the I wanted to that now. So it is the basic insect. So do it right now. That is the id. Ego maybe we can compromise. Super ego it is not right to that. Like so suppose you are in the if you are in the ice cream shop, there is a children is there, like children eating the ice cream, and eat conscious tend to you taken the ice cream from the children. that is the id, and ego is that time you thinking this is not morally correct, but I wanted it. So the again he taken from the children. This is the ego. Super ego is morally it is not right. So you didn't taken from the children. You um, bought the new ice cream from the shop. So this is the difference between ego and super ego. So ego is the realistic part. Uh, this is the psychosexual or psychoanalytic theory of Sigmund Freud. Mind mapping as a method of the teaching developed by the Donny Wasson in 1960. So mind mapping is a diagram of representing the all the subtopics or all the tasks or concept linked with the main topic. So the concept map, next one, the concept mapping, the graphical tool that visually represents the relationship between concepts and the ideas depicted with the tree structure, like concept making like the tree structure. So it given by the Joseph D. Novak, uh, and and next is topic is the method of the teaching. So there are major two types of uh, teacher centered approaches and learner centered approaches. So and another one is that is the third approach, that is a mixed approach. So teacher focus or teacher centered approach is a lecture, teen teaching, or TV or video presentation. Lecture means a normal oral presentation. Team teaching is a one teacher or more than one teacher will teaching the oral presentation. And mixed strategies, a group discussion, seminar, panel discussion, brainstorming, project method or work, and tutorial, case study, role play, simulation, and demonstration. And student focus strategy, so basically individual methods, so tutorial, assignment, project work, case work, programmed instruction, computer assisted learning, interactive video, open learning, and personalized system instruction, and heuristic method. So these are the method of the teaching. So there are three types, majorly two types, and nowadays it's upcoming third type is a mixed strategy. So learner and teacher centers, and both are working together. This is called the mixed strategy. So this is the method of teaching. This is also very important. Like the question will asking which one is not is a mixed strategy. So which one is the student individual or learner centered methods. Like this kind of question will ask, like what is mean discussion or seminar, brainstorming. This kind of question will come this topic. And offline method and online method. So what is the difference between offline and online? So offline teaching taking place in the physical boundary, and online there is no physical boundary and classroom. We can attend anyone from the around the world can taking the place, and there is no limit. Uh, the in learners need to offline learners need to be physically present. Offline there is no need physical person. There is a in offline there is a limit on the number of the student who in offline there is a limit. In online uh, no limit, anyone can watch the course videos on online or enroll the online courses. In offline there is a fixed timing for the students who attend the classes, and online there is no fixed timing. So mostly the question how they will asking what are the characteristics of the offline method teaching, or what are the characteristics of the online teaching method. So which one not is the online teaching method, or which one is not is the offline method. So this kind of question will coming the from this section. So next one is the MOOCs. So MOOCs means massive open online courses. So online courses are unlimited participation and open access through the web. It provides the interactive courses with the user forum on social media discussions to support the community interaction. among the student and professors. So massive open line, open online courses. Next is the SWAYAM. SWAYAM is the study webs of active learning for young aspiring minds. So what is the question asking? What is the abbreviation or acronym of the SWAYAM? SWAYAM means study webs of active learning for young aspiring mind. So SWAYAM's platform is the world largest online free e-learning platform portal. So it designed to achieve three cardinal principles of education policy. So access, equity, and quality. So it covers school, vocational, undergraduate, postgraduate, engineering, and other professional courses. So while SWAYAM is it's a high quality learning, we can acquire high quality learning experiences. In SWAYAM there are four quadrant approach. Quadrant first is the e-tutorial. So e-video lectures, it will be available in that SWAYAM portal. And second quad is the e-content. So content that we can download or print out. Third one is the web resource, self-assessment or quiz or forums. And fourth one is fourth one is a self assessment based on the MCQs and FAQ, frequently asked questions. So these are the four quadrants of the SWAYAM. So SWAYAM was launched by the Ministry of the Education. Before they called Ministry of the Human Relation Development. So now it's called Ministry of Education. So it launched in July 2017. So mostly question they asking when SWAYAM is launched and which uh, which organization, sorry, which government, which ministry it will launch it, or what is the acronym the SWAYAM. So this kind of question will come from the SWAYAM. So next one, the SWAYAM Prabha, it is the satellite channel. So group of the 32 D2H mean direct to home channel devoted the telecasting of the high quality educational programs on 24/7 basis using the GSAT 15 satellite. So SWAYAM Prabha is basically in satellite channel and combine of the 32 DTH in 24/7 available. The channel are uplinked from the Baisakh Gandhinagar. Baisakh means Bhaskaracharya National Institute for the Space Application and Geoinformatics. For the SWAYAM Prabha, the content provided by the NPTEL, that means National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning, and IITs, Indian Institute of Technology, UGC, University Grants Commission, CEC, Consultation of Educational Communication, IGNOU, Indira Gandhi National Open University, NCRT, National Council of the Educational Research Training, InflubNet, Information of the Library Network, and BISAC is the Bhaskaracharya National Institute of Space Application and Geoinformatics. So basically, the content provided for SWAYAM Prabha, these are the institutions are working like NPTEL, UGC, CEC, NIOC, IGNOU, InflubNet, and BISAC. So these are the SWAYAM Prabha. It covers the higher education, school education from 9 to 12, curriculum based sources, courses for competitive exam. The question will be coming like which satellites functioning the SWAYAM Prabha, or who are the heading authority for the SWAYAM Prabha, so Baisakh Gandhinagar. So what are the which are the institute given the contents, NPTEL, UGC, or CEC, like these questions are will coming. One or two exam they asking from SWAYAM Prabha. So SWAYAM Prabha, SWAYAM, and MOOC, these also coming in this online internet communication technology. It will be interlinked with the other subjects, the other chapter, other unit in this paper one. So we can go through very detail in upcoming chapter, upcoming unit. So for the teaching update, it is enough. So next is the teaching support system. Teaching support system, there are two types of traditional and modern. Um Traditional is a very since very long time we use. Modern is development of the new technology. In traditional there is no uses of the ICT information communication technology, and modern technology we use the ICT. So traditional we using the paper, chart, sheet, thermocol sheets, cardboard, chalk, colors. And modern technology we use the hardware and software. Example, blackboard, puppets, textbook, chart, plays, drama, storytelling, buzzles, and flashcards. Modern teaching like whiteboard, projector, radio, broadcast. So using the technology in the modern teaching support system. So these are the teaching aids. Audio aids means radio, recording, audio players, telephone, mobile, audio and CDO. Visual aids, slide, chart, flashcard, poster, picture graphs, silent films, maps, mind maps, diagram, display boards, summary cards and projectors, and three-dimensional aids, models, one puppets, globe and specimen, samples and diorama, audio visual arts, film strips and cartoon, puppets, drama, television, online videos and documentaries, and actively aids, field trips and experimentation. So basically the questions will coming from the teaching aid. So which is not three dimensional aids. They will give model, buffers and globe, one from that radio. So which one not three-dimensional aids? So this kind of question will coming each topic, like audio, which one not audio aids, or which one is audio aids, or which one not visual aids, or audio visual aids, activity aids. So these are also important. So these are some of the audio aids, like tape record, microphone, amplifier, and earphone. These are pictures of the auditory aids. And visual aids and blackboard, plant group models and specimens, posters, film types and slides, epidoscope and overhead projectors. So I remember one question last year they asking like which one is uh, not uh, not audio aids. They're giving tape record, microphone, and amplifiers, and final one is FDS score. So the answer is FDS score. So we need to understand which instrument will come auditory aids and audio visual aids and three-dimensional aids and visual aids. So once you clear all the visual aids, we can easily answer this kind of questions. And final one is a evaluation system or assessment. These are the very important, like in this chapter, very important, like level of teaching, Bloom's taxonomy. 1 minute.
Sorry, due to technical error, I joined with Revamp Education account. So the final, that one is the final. So evaluation of the um, teaching aptitudes. There are some types of teaching aptitude is there. So once my slide will open, I will share. So if there any doubt, please ask now. This forum now open for that questions or doubts. Kindly unmute yourself. Hello.
Dear participants, if you have any doubt, you can unmute yourself and ask, or you can text in the chat box. Yes, Gayatri, you can proceed. You can unmute yourself and ask.
Cancel it.
Okay,
Yeah.
no doubt. Uh,
So participants, please ask any questions. I have only one chapter is remaining in this one type topic remaining in the chapter. So till now you have any doubt or related to teaching aptitude. So please ask the questions. I will share the PPT in that WhatsApp group. If you have any doubt or questions, can you please give me the it. So important topic is the final one is the important like evaluation system or assessment. My laptop is some technical error, I could not open that. So I will share the PPT. So go through that PPT. If you have any doubt, please ask the question. Otherwise, I conclude this today's sessions. So once again, I asking five questions from yes, five questions in each unit. They will ask five questions. Five questions. Each question have 2 marks.